Donald Trump's legal team was in court yesterday trying to convince a federal judge that they need to basically kill the subpoena that House Democrats had issued to get Donald Trump's financial records. Luckily, this judge, Amit Mehta, a U.S. District Judge in Washington, decided that, that's probably not going to happen because Judge Mehta actually understands not just the rule of law, but our system of checks and balances that we have in place. Judge Mehta was very quick to smack down the Trump team's legal arguments. See, the Trump team went in there trying to argue that, Congress can't subpoena his financial records because it's not related to any pending legislation. And as such, they have no authority to do this because it's really just a political witch hunt. And the judge said, that's not how it works in Congress, because Congress has a second job other than writing legislation. Their second job is actually oversight of the executive branch. Basic, day one constitutional law type crap that Donald Trump's lawyers were hoping this federal judge didn't know about. But the judge did know about it, and the judge made sure to let Donald Trump's legal team know that, and took the extra step of actually educating Donald Trump's lawyers on how things work. In fact, the judge went as far as to say, given the fact that Congress does have oversight authority of the executive branch, I don't know that I or anyone in the judicial branch should even be considering this issue because it's well established, even by the Supreme Court, the judge said, that yes, Congress can do this. Judge went on to say that under your own reasoning, I don't know that the Whitewater investigation or the Watergate investigation could have taken place because neither of those were related to pending litigation or legislation, However, after the judge issued this very stern rebuke to Donald Trump's legal team and their legal argument, he did say that I'm not going to rule on this today. I'm going to take a few days. This is obviously a very important issue. I'm going to take my time on this and make sure I do this properly, which is, to be honest, probably the right thing to do. I know a lot of us would have loved to have seen an issue, a ruling come down right then where the judge said, nope, they can subpoena, get the hell out of my courtroom next, please. Almost like a fast episode of Judge Judy. But judge didn't do that. Judge said, I'm going to take my time. It's a big issue. We're going to wait it out. But here's the thing. Whatever this judge decides to rule, and to be honest, it's up in the air. The judge could have issued those warnings and those, lectures to Trump's lawyers and still come back and say, but you know what? I agree with you. That has happened plenty of times in courts all over this country since the founding of this country. I don't think it's likely. I think this judge, Judge Mehta, obviously understands the separation of powers and the oversight authority of Congress, and that there could be some pretty severe issues in Donald Trump's financial records that Congress needs to know about, that the public needs to know about. So I think this is going to go the way that a lot of us hope it goes. And if it does, that's going to set the precedent. That's going to set the groundwork for all of the appeals that are going to happen. Because regardless of what this judge says, good or bad, it's going to be appealed. So buckle up for the long haul. Because even after this judge's ruling comes down, that does not change the fact that it's still going to be appealed, that it's still going to be fought. And it will likely be fought all the way up to the Supreme Court. But the judges understand, and this is another thing Judge Mehta said, that they want to delay, that Trump wants to delay it. They're actually hoping they can delay it far enough to where by the time it goes to, the next court or the next court after that, or the Supreme Court, whatever it is, that maybe there's a new Congress that has a Republican majority. The Democrats are working on a limited time frame, and that's what their lawyer argued on Tuesday. The judge understands that. The judge will respond accordingly, as will future court appeals. This isn't going to be a hugely, time-consuming project, but it will take a while. So take whatever this judge comes back and says with a grain of salt, because no matter which way the ruling goes, it will be appealed by one party or the other. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.